Hi guys, welcome to MissPlanIt. So excited that you could join me. Before we get started, I just want to send a big thank you out. I love reading your comments, and the project submissions that are coming in are just really exciting. So I just want to give you a little heads up. Some of you have been trying to submit your project request either by YouTube or by our Facebook page. Just want to give you some direction. So you would log on to our website, MissPlanIt.com, and you would go to the Submit Your Project tab, and there you would input all of your information from colors to when your event is, to any special request, right there on our website, MissPlanIt.com. And then our production team will contact you within 7 business days and let you know if we were able to fit your project in, and if so, when you can see a projected date as to when it'll post on our YouTube tutorial channel. So I hope that helps. And once again, I just want to thank everybody for being so kind and so supportive and just encouraging. This is definitely a lifelong dream of mine, and I am loving every minute of it. So let's get started with this week's project. This week's project, we have a subscriber who asked for us to do our take on a modern centerpiece with the colors of royal blue, orange, and apple green. And this is part of our project, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me go over our supplies. You will need these square vases. You will also need one taller rectangular vase. And then you'll need a couple of candles. You need one pillar candle and a couple of tea lights. You will need some bags of green split peas, uncooked of course. And you will need some royal blue ribbon, 3 different types of flower, or 2 different types of flowers actually, and a nice little take on a vine. And of course, your trusty hot glue gun. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you get all your supplies, and let's go ahead and get started with step number 1. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and let's get to it. See you in a snap. Let's get started with step number 1. So for this centerpiece, we are going to be using 5 of the smaller square vases and 1 of the taller, I guess this is more of a rectangular vase. And the first step we're going to do is the basket weave with our ribbon. This is royal blue ribbon because that's what our subscriber requested. So we have royal blue ribbon, and I'm just going to show you how we basket weave it. So these are strips of 6-inch strips of ribbon, and this is just a satin blue ribbon that you can find at any craft store and more than likely at the Dollar Tree also. So what we're going to end up doing is we want it to go at a diagonal, so we're going to make sure that it can fold over, and we'll attach it with a little bit of hot glue, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it around. The key to it looking like a basket is you want to look like it does not end, and that's why you have it hang over or overflow onto the underside. So let's go ahead and do a couple of those, and then I'll give you time to do it yourself. So here we go. So I'm just going to put a little glue at the very top so it can fold over. And don't worry if your glue kind of spills out, it's okay because it'll peel off once it dries. And so I've just simply folded it over like so. And now I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the bottom. And it doesn't have to be super tight. It's really your preference. The looser, the more, natural the basket looks. It doesn't look like it's stretched too much. So I'm not pulling it taut, I'm just pulling it, for lack of a better word, flat. So there's our first part of our basket weave. So we're going to do 2 on each side. Same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue to the rim. The key to this again is folding it over and pinching it so it looks like it continues, and then you go onto the underneath and you're just pulling it flat and attaching it like so. Very simple. So I'm going to go ahead and finish mine, you finish yours, and I'll see you back for our next step in our basket weave part. See you in a snap. All right, so we have finished the first part of our basket weave, so let's go ahead and do the next part. So what I'm going to do is take my 6-inch strip of ribbon. I'm going to layer it on top. Doesn't matter where you start, it'll all end up at the same place. And cross it over to create my basket. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and add my glue right to my ribbon. Again, remember, you're creating the illusion of the basket by making people think that the ribbon just continues. Those little spider webs. And then we just cross it over. Don't worry about, a little bit of glue, because it'll peel right off when everything dries. So again, glue on the end. I just prefer hot glue for this part of the project because it's faster and it's really all that you need. Now, if you really want to, you can go ahead and put E6000 on it. It'll just take a little bit longer to dry, but it does do the same thing. All the glue. Okay, so then I'm here, and I'm going to cross it over, and it creates my basket. Cool, right? Let's go ahead and set that up. So I'm going to continue making my basket. You continue making your basket, and I'll see you back in a snap. Come on back. All right, so our basket weave is done. Little story behind our request for this week. Our subscriber, Chantel, she didn't have an inspiration picture. So I just want to let you know that it's okay if you don't have an inspiration picture. I love to be creative. Our production team loves to be creative, and we'll try to come up with something that fits your vision for your event. So all she was able to share with me was that she definitely wanted it to be royal blue, orange, and green, and she wanted it modern and like Hollywood glam. So this is what we came up with. So I'm hoping, Chantel, that we met your vision. So here we go. Our basket weave is done, as you can see. Pretty cool. And so now we're going to add our base, which is going to sound strange, but they are green split peas. What I love about this is I love the color, and I absolutely love the texture. When I'm thinking about modern centerpieces, I always look for texture in the centerpiece. And so this little 79-cent bag worth of green split peas does the trick. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I love the color. I love the combination. I just love it all. So you're going to fill it up all the way to the top so that it covers your glue from your ribbon and continues that illusion that the ribbon goes on and on. So go ahead and grab your split peas, and don't worry about the supply list, guys. The link is in our description. Peas everywhere. Sorry. The link is in the description. All right, go ahead and get that done. Come on back for the next step. So next we're going to add the floral aspect to our modern centerpiece, and I focused on the colors that our subscriber Chantel, our community member Chantel, requested, which was the royal blue, the orange, and the green. So when I selected these artificial flowers, I was looking for different shapes and textures, again with that modern theme and that glamour theme in mind. So for this, I'm going to use these, I guess for lack of a better word, Poms is what they're called. And I'm going to use 4 of them in our centerpiece. And you can see that there are, I think, 8. No, more like 6 on one. So 1.5, one of these can do 1.5 centerpieces. So it's very inexpensive. And then I'm also going to use some of these baby orange roses. And for that, I'm using 6 of them. 6 baby, and they really come on like a little stem, and all I'm doing is literally pulling the stem off and using them. So I'm actually using 3 stems, which has 3 roses. Well, let's do the math. That's actually 9. So that's what I'm using. And then finally, I am cutting off one of the stems, and then I'm going to cut it in half and place it in there. So go ahead and get your colored flowers that you would like to use, and join me back here, and let's finish off the first part of this centerpiece, which is the actual flower portion. Okay, I'll see you back in a sec. So first, let's put in the Poms, and I'm really just kind of spreading them out, for lack of a better word, 1 in each corner basically is what it turns out to be. Okay, so I just trimmed the stem down so that it'll be nice and secure when I put it in our green split peas, like so. Basically one in every corner. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my orange roses. And again, I took 3. And I'm really kind of focusing on basically the center. And you can pull them out, make them come out further. And the colors are just really quite nice. So Chantel, good color choice. All right. And one more. Okay. Don't worry about the little peas falling out. That's fine. We have plenty in there. Okay. So there. Now I'm going to take the stem I cut, and I cut it in half. And it's almost like the cherry on top, really. Very, very elegant, simple, lots of texture, beautiful, modern. So there is our first part of our centerpiece. You're going to do 4 of these for this particular centerpiece. So go ahead and get your 4 done, and I'm going to come on back and show you how to do the next step, which is to create our candle part of our centerpiece. So come on back and let's continue with this modern beauty. See you in a sec. Okay, so let's make the next part for our centerpiece, and this is the candle part. So you're going to need 2 of the tea lights for your taller rectangular vase, and you're going to need 1 pillar light, or pillar candle rather, for your shorter vase. So you're just going to go ahead and sit this inside like that and start filling in the beans, or the peas rather, around it. And all the way around, and it'll just fill in, going, going, going. And you just continue filling, moving it around so you can fill in all the pockets. And you want to make sure that the peas are really kind of tightly packed in there, and they won't move around, like so. Very good. Keeping them away from the center of the candle, because you will burn the beans if they're by the flame. So just keep maneuvering it until you get it like you would like. Very nice. And then the taller one is very similar, but you're going to fill up all the way to the top, and then you will put your tea lights into the peas. Leave yourself a little space so that you can kind of get the tea light sitting in there. Pretty cool. Like so. And then you can go ahead and fill in the space around with more peas. With more peas, like so. And there you have it. So, go ahead and get your candle ready, and when we come back, we'll put the whole centerpiece together and see what we think. Okay, Chantel, I hope you're enjoying this one. Be back in a sec. Well, what do you think? So excited how it turned out. Chantel, I hope this was your vision for your centerpiece. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your very special day. If you like this video, please like us. Follow us on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you know when our videos come out as soon as they do, every Wednesday. And just remember, when every penny counts, count on MissPlanIt. I'll see you next week. Bye.